refreshing. Boys, episode 35, brought to you by
Anthem Brewing.
Anthem Brewing Company. Makers of beer, shirts, hats, great gifts.
They have great. Well, will this drop pre-Christmas or post-Christmas?
This will drop the day before Christmas Eve.
Okay, so if you're still needing to get a gift, you can go down to the Anthem Brewery.
Heard they got some new shirts.
They have some badass shirts, man. I went in there today to get a refill, and they have the Ride or Die. Anytime we've given a guest one, they're like, they should make a shirt.
Yeah.
Fucking made a shirt. It's on that green, like that 80s.
Like a teal?
Is
it a teal or a mint?
I think it's a teal. It's like an Ocean Pacific kind of a teal.
Oh, I know that color.
Yes.
I know that color. I had this sleeveless shirt with a lizard skateboarding on it.
Oh,
It was that color.
I believe I had that shirt too.
It was that color.
Yeah.
It had like some pink in it and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Was he like in front of like a black and white grid or something? I can just imagine there's like paint dabs.
Or like that Saved by the Bell swirly stuff somewhere in there for some reason.
Like the random 80s shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squiggles and
for some reason,
triangles.
late 80s and early 90s were way into like geometric shapes.
And that like, maybe I'm just thinking Saved by the Bell but that like floating pair of wayfarers.
Yeah.
That just wiggle a little bit.
Basically it boomerangs.
Yeah.
It's the first boomerang.
It was the Saved by the Bell intro was the original boomerang.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
they have
what the
that,
Ride or Die can looks like.
Yeah.
It's got the pinks and the oranges.
That's exactly what it looks like.
and the skull.
That's what the shirt is. And they have a Christmas sweater, an ugly Christmas sweater. So get your shit. Get last minute gift ideas there.
Yeah. Have a beer while you're there.
Yeah, have a beer. If there's a man or woman in your life who loves beer, they also sell growlers. You can get a growler, fill that shit up.
Nice.
Yeah.
All your holiday needs at
Everything.
anthembrewing.com. Also, thank you to the Lost Ogle and Patrick for letting us record out of the Paramount building here. It's a beautiful, wonderful place. We're happy to be here. And last but not least, thank you to Matt at Fat Bison for the beautiful wood sign. Also, great gifts for Dad. At this point, might be a little too late, but it's never too early for next year.
There's always a birthday.
There's birthday. You know, you could get your dad a nice Valentine's sign.
Sure.
You get him a Valentine. Just a nice big love, like a big heart for him to hang in his house.
A wood heart that says,
I love you, Daddy.
yeah. Or just, or Dad.
How about,
Or beef.
be my daddy again? That would be so sweet.
That's not nice.
So yeah, we're gonna get to the episode here.
Okay.
Episode 35 with our good friend, Jake Barrow. How's it going? All right. You made it?
I made it.
It was getting a little slippery outside.
Yeah. I was on the crosstown. It was like ice. It was a big sheet of ice.
And you drive a pickup.
I usually put sandbags in the back, and I haven't done that yet.
Are you a sandbagman? I've also heard kitty litter.
I'm a sandbagman.
Sandbagman.
Do you get those long
Look at the
tubes of
tubes.
sand?
Yeah.
Oh, those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love
got
those tubes of sand.
If you need any, I've got quite a few.
Good, because I might have to
Sandbags.
throw a couple in the back of Erica's car. Because believe it or not, she drives a CRV, and that thing, it's all-wheel drive, but it's so like tall and boxy, it just slides around like pushing a cardboard box on the ice.
Yeah.
So
I'm wondering how my new car is going to handle the...
fine. That thing's
If
so
you need
low
any
to the
sand
ground.
tubes, hit me up.
They're not cheap.
Come down to the Sand Tube Emporium.
Sand tube for him?
I got a whole fucking storage space full of sand
I thought you were
tubes.
saying the Sand Tube Palace and
We're overstocked.
the STP.
It's got to go.
It's all gotta go.
Jake's Sand Tubery.
Yeah.
Plenty of them. Yeah, so like it's been kind of cold this week, but tonight was the first night that precip came in, mixed with that cold winter air. Guess what? I had ice on my windshield when I left work.
Yeah, me too.
Doesn't hurt that it gets dark super early. It's fucking dark. It's cold.
Snowing
I got
on Saturday.
ice.
Yeah, it's exactly like the movie Frozen.
Pretty much. The third problem in the shitty late night driving trifecta is my windshield wipers are god awful.
Get new wipers, dude.
Yeah, you got to get new wipers.
Get yourself a nice pair of Bosches.
Yeah? Is that the name to trust?
Bosch is the name to trust, in my opinion. Some people like Everlast.
Sure.
He makes a good album too.
He does. He raps and plays guitar.
I'm a Boschman.
Okay, maybe I'll buy a little Christmas present for myself. I'm so cheap though. It's funny though because I always make sure Erica has new ones. Like I will buy her. I'll get in her car, and if there's one little area where it's not wiping really nice, I replace. But for me, it's like this dad. It's this dad thing. I don't know.
I'd have a memory of your dad. We were driving in his truck, and it was just a single bench seat truck. And I can't remember where the hell we were even going.
We were in the Walmart parking lot.
And it was just, the wipers were kind of shitty, but he didn't care. He was just like kept him going as fast as possible. Or he would do the thing where you just let it drizzle, and you can't see shit, and then do that one wipe.
That is a dad.
That's a classic. I find myself doing that from time to time.
Yeah, I do that.
Because I hate the sound of wipers. I also hate the sound of the turn signal.
Really?
Yeah, there's little
you hate a
things
turn
that...
signal click?
I think it's kind of therapeutic.
No,
I like that it's two different pitches, like you just did. It's like up and down.
But when you do that, but then
I
you're
drum
behind...
a little beat to it on my steering wheel.
Well, sure, but or you sing a song. But see, I do the audio to visual, and if the truck in front of me or car in front of me has theirs going, and it syncs up for a minute, you're like, oh, they're the same, and then it just slowly gets off. I'm like, no,
or it syncs up to your music.
Like, each car is different.
Mm-hmm. Each car is different.
They've got a different little turn signal signature.
It's a different algorithm.
Dude, I wonder if there's any if there's been any research on that. Like somebody's had to do a report on that. Like Nissan's blink at 63 blinks per minute.
Yeah.
You know, Toyota's blink at 59.3 beats or blinks per minute. Do you ever do the thing where it syncs up to your music?
Oh yeah.
Or you'll be like driving and someone will be running and they'll be running to the beat of the music in your car. Mm-hmm. But much like those lit lights, eventually does kind of the row your boat thing.
Yeah.
Or gets off sync.
Gets a little off.
Sync.
Just gets a little off.
Oh, so bad.
What were we talking about? Oh, the weather.
Oh, just, yeah. So
you could say the weather outside is frightful.
It's getting there.
Damn
it.
I don't have a fire, so it would be delightful, though.
Yeah.
God, I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking about fireplaces. I was sitting.
Wish I had one.
Dude, so badly.
Yeah. In our last house, we had one. It was beautiful.
No, okay, so set the scene here for me. Because I remember, I've been there, but I didn't remember the fireplace. So was it the propane kind or was it like the real deal?
It was a wood fireplace.
That's the goal right there. Mm-hmm. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Did you use it?
Yeah.
Did you warm your feet by it?
Warmed both of them.
Did you warm your buns by it? Did you ever back up to the fireplace?
Mostly just feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, my dad, he texts me funny things all the time. Shout out at Texts of Dad on Instagram. My little secret project I'm working on.
Yeah. Only it's not so secret now that you shout it out.
It's only secret because no one.
Too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he text you a pic of the Christmas tree or the fireplace?
No.
Would you mind sharing what he has texted you?
Oh, he texted me a Brad Paisley song, YouTube video.
Just a video.
Brad Paisley song, yeah, called "Waiting on Women."
Was there a message
or
with this?
Waiting on a Woman or something.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I mean it's just a Brad Paisley song.
Just about waiting on a woman.
About waiting on a woman.
I get those from Dad.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
But without an adjoining message, what are you to take from that? Is it just him sharing like, hey, I think this song's pretty cool?
We were over at his house at one point, and I was saying something about having to wait on Amanda, and he was
like, I got just the song for you.
Yeah. Have you ever heard that song, "Waiting on a Woman"?
Can't say I have, Dad.
Now you have.
Yep.
Now you have.
The dad texts are, man, they're coming in hot. He sent me a photo of his Christmas tree all lit up, and boy, let me tell you, he just had to tell me all about it. I mean, we've heard my dad's very voice on this show before.
Oh yeah,
sure talking about a rain gauge for about 30 minutes, but that was the abridged version. But he showed me a picture of his tree, and then he sent me a picture of his. He doesn't have a fireplace; he has a wood burning stove.
Yeah,
derivative of the fireplace.
Those are still pretty cool.
Man, I want one for my house so bad. Like if I was that kind of guy that was into like home improvement, I'd put one in. Cause
all you really got to do is cut a hole in your ceiling.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, just get yourself a nice pair of shears, cut a hole in your ceiling.
You don't even have to install the wood burning stove. You just cut a hole.
Yeah.
And then burn everything on the floor.
And it'll go up. It'll go up.
Through the hole.
You got to put some aluminum foil down first.
I mean, if you want to.
It depends.
Burn your carpet.
I mean, you got wood floors now. I wouldn't really worry about it.
Just burn those.
Just burn the wood floors.
Burn it all. Man,
it's lacquered.
His wood burning stove is something else because it's not sunk into the wall. It's like out kind of from the wall.
Like a bellied stove, right?
Yeah. And man, you can boil water on top of it. Sure. You can cook on top of it. You can warm things on top of it. Maybe some apple cider or some campfire coffee, something like that. Yeah. God, like I want a wood burning stove.
Look into that.
Yeah.
Well, I got that photo from my dad, and I texted him back. I said, "Man, I sure would like to have one of those." And he went into detail about how to get one, how much it costs,
how to set it up, maintenance. Maintenance is a big deal.
The whole thing. But mark my words, the next house I have will have a fireplace, whether it's one I put in or a pre-installed.
I would look for one that already has an existing one. Ours has one, but it's a fucking gas one. So I'd have to have the gas company come out, turn that line back on, go find me a gas fireplace.
Did they cap it? Is it capped off right now?
Capped off.
Mm-hmm. So you just have a L-shaped pole sticking out of the ground.
I got it. And it looks like it's a nub. It looks like a short little stubby dick just sticking out of the ground.
You should sit on it.
I haven't done that already.
This nub smells like shit. Oh man.
Anywho.
Fireplaces, man. It's just fireplaces, the weather,
Christmas,
the season.
It's fucking Christmas.
Man, tis the season right now.
Yeah.
Literally.
We watched the Santa Claus 2 last night.
Did you?
Yeah, sure did.
Did you watch the first one going into this, or
Nope,
did you just
watch the second one? It was on TV.
You skipped. That's good. The Santa Claus popped on TV last year during this holiday season.
It probably will next year too.
And Diane and I decided, you know what, fuck it, let's just watch it. And it was hard to get through the first 20 minutes without turning it off.
Those movies are awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
They're real bad. Now, is this the one with Martin Short in it, or is that the third one?
That's the third one.
He plays Jack Frost.
Oh, boy, does he. Riveting performance.
Which is basically Clifford and every other character he's ever played.
Yuck.
Yeah. Clifford's a great film.
I love Christmas movies. I love this time of the year, but man, on the Hallmark Channel right now, they're playing 24/7 Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And there's one that they keep playing called Christmas Cookies. And it's about a woman who hates Christmas, and she's a TV reporter. And she falls in love with this guy, and I think he owns a cookie store or something. And
I thought it was gonna be computer related.
Yeah, the whole town's wiped out by a virus, and no, but it's so fucking white and cheesy and hugging.
So you like your Christmas movies to be a little more black.
I do. I love
Medea.
Is there a Medea Christmas?
I guarantee.
Is there a Medea Christmas movie?
Yeah. There is.
Medea Saves Christmas. It was a reimagining of the Ernest movie.
Oh, it's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
Medea goes to jail. Well, you basically mash up Medea goes to jail, and then a Medea Christmas movie.
Well, and then wait a
Medea
minute.
Scared
She
Stupid.
already did a goes to jail.
And Boo. Well, dude, hold on.
She is. I've said this before.
You said that on 2AD.
I said it on 2AD.
She's the Black Ernest.
Yeah, she.
Okay.
Holy
Tyler
shit.
Perry is the new Ernest.
Okay.
Ernest 2.0. Ernest reimagined.
Well, maybe I should go back. I've never seen any of those films. I mean, I've seen all. I celebrate entire Ernest catalog. Medea, however, I haven't seen a single one.
Well, it's funny because you brought that up a long time ago, and since then, it's only became more true.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Maybe this summer we'll have Medea Goes to Camp.
Dude, okay, mark my words. I will eat my hat. Okay, I don't own a hat.
The one you're wearing now?
I will eat it. Oh, God, no. It stinks.
I'll eat my hat.
I will eat my hat if Medea goes to camp. Yeah. Damn. Oh, it's all good. It's coming full circle tonight.
And if they play the Turtles happy together in Medea Goes to Camp, so you should eat your shorts.
And if there's an adorable little black boy in it, man, I have the biggest soft spot for black boys. Little black boys.
It's called your dick.
Whoa, hello. That ain't soft anymore, you know. We watched, okay, all right, moving on. Speaking of Christmas movies, we watched Scrooged.
Great movie.
A week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Great movie.
And
what the fuck that was?
That was,
I don't know.
Okay, that was Jason Schwartzman from...
Great Record.
Yeah, what is that? What is that
from?
from?
Walk Hard.
That's right.
Great Record.
So Scrooged.
Yeah.
Bill Murray's secretary, fiery, powerful black woman. I forget her name.
And her son's the Tiny Tim character,
who cannot really speak. And that boy is so adorable.
Especially when he says, "God bless us, everyone."
At the very end, he speaks for the first time. And
spoiler alert for Scrooge.
And
there's also a boob in it.
Is there a boob in Scrooge?
Yeah.
The dancers, remember they have the dancers, and there you can see their boobs.
You can see their nipples, is the quote.
That's the quote.
But you can't.
You can't. But as a boy,
You could imagine
what it
a
looked like.
fiery little cold nip underneath that tuxedo jacket. Anyways,
That's an oxymoron.
so more so than we love little black boys and have actually talked about adopting a child one of these days, we love laughing at little black boys. We love laughing at all children, to be honest. But little black boys are like the funniest little kids when they're like scared. And this might make me sound like a racist, but no. It's all over Instagram. There's one, and dare I implore you to look this up on your own time. It's a dad filming his son, and it's this adorable little boy. And they're walking down the street at night, and the dad goes, "Oh shit, a fucking penny." And he points to the ground and starts running. And this boy lets out this like Ned Flanders shriek and starts running. And the caption is, "Little nigga scared of a penny." And it's the funniest, most adorable thing. And then there's another one. And no hard R there. Let's be real.
We're good.
Yeah, I
We're
hope.
good.
I know you're giving me a weird look.
You're
but-
describing a video. That's
yeah.
fine.
But then there's another one where there's this little black boy and his mom, quote unquote, put a bug on his back. And it's just a supercut of this kid freaking out. And at the end, he's making this sound that can only be described as because he's so locked up in terror and fear. And
you love it.
Oh God, I love it. I love
You
it.
love the fear of a small black child.
Or happiness too.
Sure. I mean, happiness is pretty much where I would.
So you want to adapt a little black boy just to
fuck with it, scare him?
If that makes me a bad person, so be it. But that's all I want for Christmas. Josh, what about you?
Well, you stole mine. I wanted a small black boy to scare. Yeah, I don't really give a shit, man. World peace.
Oh, come on. That ain't never going to happen.
2016 did not have happened. That'd be a good one.
Shit.
Let's just erase this whole year and start fresh. That'd be a good one. But that ain't gonna happen. It ain't reality. A blowjob. I'll be realistic. A morning blowjob. That'd be great.
When am I staying the night?
Well, tonight, hopefully.
As I get older, it's harder and harder for me to pick something I want for Christmas. Erica actually just today was like, "Hey, dude, time's running out. What do you want?"
Yeah.
And I said, "A watch. I want a nice watch."
Any watch?
Do you have this watch?
Specific? Are you? Do you like it? Do you like it to be of the like a metallic watch, or do you want like a nice band? Like is a band an issue?
like a smartwatch.
No. I mean, those are cool, but I got enough screens.
I do like those. Is it Vanon, the company that makes the?
You're talking about the MXPX watch, aren't you?
I do want the MX.
I knew it.
They have a bunch of really cool ones. They have like a couple of really badass Lagwagon watches.
Yeah, they make the Descendants watch.
The Descendants watch, pretty cool. They got cool watches.
I'm thinking just like a couple of hands, black leather band, or maybe
What, 2 hands?
at least, maybe 3. But a band that could come off that I could put like a brown one,
Yeah.
a gray one, a black one,
Switchable.
a metal one. Something like that would be nice. But dude, like, I don't know. What do you ask for Christmas? Like, has that question been
Who I'm
flown?
asking. Like, who am I asking in this scenario?
No, you're being asked.
I'm being asked. Like, if someone comes up to me and says, "What do you want for?"
Say your
Christmas?"
dad. We'll start
Dad?
with the top. Yeah, we'll start with the old.
Well, like, it's
Your old
weird.
man.
It's kind of subjective because it's like if it's from my dad, like I know what my dad would get me, so I'd like cater to that, and I'm usually like money, just give me cash.
Yeah.
If Amanda's asking me, I straight up tell her.
What'd you tell her this year? Can I ask?
Call of Cthulhu 7th edition book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good gift.
Yeah.
See, me and my wife don't do Christmas. We just don't. Our thing is like, and no offense to those who do, it's do what you want to do. I was like, I could just go get whatever I want for myself. Let's go somewhere. Let's do something.
Mm-hmm.
We just never really been gift. We did it for a little bit in the beginning, and every year we usually end up getting, one of us will be like, I got you this record. I know you were thinking about, like, just something small, nothing big, just something small to say, hey, I love you.
But
Care
that's
about
the
you.
problem with doing we're not doing gifts this year.
Someone always does.
Someone's going to do
breaks the
something.
rules.
And then, you're either owed or you're owing. And even if it's a little something, it's, that's that old saying, it's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're saying no gifts, to me, it's like thoughtful to not get somebody a gift if you're saying no gifts.
Right.
For instance, like Jake and I said, no gifts this year,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if I were to get Jake a gift, that's kind of shitty in my opinion, because then I'm the one that gave you a gift and you didn't give me a gift. So you're probably going to feel something.
But I think that like, if it's a small gesture, like cookies.
Sure.
That's acceptable.
Absolutely.
Homemade hot cocoa mix or something, or something of that sort. Something small.
Something from God's green earth, something handmade, something homemade.
Yeah.
That's great. But yeah, like if I told Erica no gifts and she got me something and I didn't get her something,
right,
I would feel like a real shithead.
Yeah.
There's got something in the back pocket.
Are we talking about gifts or gifts?
Gifts. If she's an animated
gifts.
gift.
Oh, I want my wife to give me a whole bunch of gifts.
Dude.
I want my mailbox to just be filled with gifts.
I'm going to text you.
Good quality HD gifts.
Sure.
We can't be like, 2 frames.
None of that shit.
Going back and forth.
That's just 2 pictures. That's not even a gift.
Preferably a looped GIF.
I just looped.
Or the boomerang GIF, that's just back and forth.
Just gifts keeps on giving.
Is there something about the boomerang that kind of like makes you guys feel uneasy?
I hate boomerang.
They look weird to me. Like if you see a boomerang on Instagram, just the way it moves, it's always kind of creepy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's something unsettling about a boomerang. I've got tons of gifts on my phone.
Do you?
Yeah, all of Black Boys. I'll send you a few after this show. They're wonderful.
BB GIFs?
BBGs?
BBGs.
Anyways, so yeah, right now things are like really crazy because of the holidays. And man, like I'm really hard to buy. How do I say this? I'm hard to buy for.
Yeah.
Like Erica, it's hard to buy me gifts because I'm not the most fashionable guy, but I'm particular. About things.
Yeah.
Things have to fit a certain way. They have to look a certain way.
You can't have just any watch.
No, man. No. You really can't. This is a shitty watch I'm wearing, but it's like my shitty watch. And it's like the exact one that I pictured in my head when I was thinking about a watch.
Well, it's the same thing. Like you said, very particular. It's basic, but I'm a fan of like hoodies or beanies. If you were to get me just any random hoodie, I may not like that hoodie. You know what I mean? Like my parents got me a hoodie.
Was it like a Russell Athletic?
It was an Everlast hoodie. It was a small, it fit. It was just yellow and gray. And I was like, thanks.
Man,
and I put it on. It was comfortable as fuck. It was like one of those where the inside's like real soft.
It's an around the house hoodie.
That's my wintertime sit around the house hoodie.
Yeah.
I've got an around the house hoodie.
Yeah.
I've got my stepping out hoodie.
You're stepping out?
And I've got my around the house hoodie, which is like huge and old and soft and
holes in it.
There's holes, there's stains. It's just real sad. But man, it's the one I go to. And I'll tell you what, there's something freeing about rocking that zip up hoodie around the house with nothing underneath it.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever do that?
Well, in the wintertime, though, it gets cold.
No, I like it.
And the zipper touches your chest.
I kind of like it. It kind of it like reminds me that I'm alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm more of a Pulloverman.
I also I'll do that and I'll zip up my chest hair.
Oh fuck!
Done it.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. Hardly. I've got a couple little.
Lucky dude.
It's like Homer Simpson's top of his head here between the nips. It's terrible. Hairy nipples. I've got the hairiest nipples you've ever seen, but nothing in between. So things are crazy. This Christmas thing, dude, I always scramble at the last minute for
You scrambling right now?
Man, I'm kind of Actually, I did scramble a little today. I have this pair of sweatpants that are both stay-at-home and stepping-out sweatpants. They're made by Reebok, and they're like a slim fit sweatpant.
I need to see these sweatpants.
Yeah, they're made famous by a guy named Drake. Familiar? They're kind of like fitted.
Drake Mallard.
Kind of.
Are they the what do they call those with the extended crotch?
No, they don't look like
stupid.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, they don't look like Aladdin pants. They're not. They're not terrible.
Are kids still doing that?
I don't think so.
I fucking hope. And joggers, get the fuck out of here with joggers.
What are you talking about, joggers?
They're pants that have. Sorry, Rob, you didn't mean to cut you off. Elastic on the bottom.
Jeans.
Oh yeah,
they're jeans with elastic on the bottom.
See, I've got jam pants that do that.
Sure. But you're not going to wear denim in public and then wear some weird dumb high tops with it.
I mean, I wear denim in public all the time.
Well, I do too. Denim
crazy.
standard. Denim standard. Continue. Sorry.
That's okay. These are some nice. There's some nice fitting sweatpants. They're cool looking. They got zippers on the pockets. They're like, they got little
Hold your
reflectors
shit.
on the
I
sides.
know which ones you're talking about.
I wear them all the time. Man, they're so comfy. So I got a pair. Okay, so last year I bought a pair of black ones that I've worn quite a bit. And they're the kind of sweatpants you don't mind running to the gas station in. Like if you're off on a Saturday, I don't go, man, I really want a soda. But you know what? I got to put some jeans on, you know?
Because you're naked.
Well, I'm looking at gifs of black children. Of course I'm naked.
That is true.
And so anyways, so I'm looking around this year. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get my dad a pair. I was like, good, a little side gift for dad, for the old man. Because see, my dad's birthday is Christmas Eve. So got 2 back-to-back gift-giving experiences right there. So it's kind of tough. So I always make a point to get him like a birthday gift and a Christmas gift and wrap each one accordingly. Because I could imagine as a kid, he got a lot of gifts in Christmas wrapping paper for his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would have to suck, man. I had a friend whose birthday was on Christmas. That's got to fucking be terrible.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Is there a
Name was
word?
Jesus.
Sharing it with Christ.
Jesus Montgomery. It was his cousin.
No. That would fucking suck. But his parents would do the thing where they would do 2. And there'd be like a pile of Christmas gifts and a pile, because he was an only child, and a pile of birthday gifts. And of course it just seems kind of stupid in the first. Just do it all at once. Just say it's all one thing. There's no Santa. So you can just say happy fucking birthday. You're going to have a crazy, crazy birthday.
You're robbing a child
Of a holiday. That's true.
Because you couldn't keep it out of your mom for one day. You know, you couldn't keep it out of the old lady. You couldn't pull out.
You could have just held on for like maybe another week.
Dude, I'm trying to think of the date in my head to be clever, but what is 9 months before Christmas? March 25th. You just had to fuck. Like you couldn't wait one day.
Yeah, I bet it was maybe St. Patty's.
Yeah.
Probably fucked on St. Patty's. That one time.
I mean, you got to do it sometime. Anyways, back to these sweatpants. Super important. So I get these pair of sweatpants, and then I got them at TJ Maxx. And you know, when you get shit at places like that,
Wait, you sure didn't get them at Ross?
I didn't get them at Ross Dress for Less. Got them at TJ Maxx. But you know, when you luck out and get something that actually is like cool from a place like that, you will never see it again.
Yeah.
So we go out last weekend. I go over, take a little gander at the activewear section. Lo and behold, I see the exact same pair of sweatpants.
Ooh.
Only this time, they're in a dark, deep, rich heather gray. What was my first thought?
They're for you.
Fuck yeah, I'm getting me a pair of these. Hell yeah. And as I'm carrying them around the store, I'm like, man, I should get these for my dad. I should get my dad a pair of these.
Mm-hmm.
So I go back over to the rack and I'm like, all right, we're about the same size. So I go grab another pair. There isn't another pair. So now I'm stuck at this crossroads. Do I get these wonderful these life-changing sweatpants for my father? Or do I get them for myself and then get my dad something else? So I'm looking. There's a black pair. So I think, you know what? I'll get myself
a chubby little black pair.
A cute little adorable black pair. Some frightened pair of pajamas. So again, another crossroads.
That just seems logical. You get the black pair, you give it to your dad, you keep the heather gray ones.
My dad's not a black man though.
Your dad's a heather gray man?
He hates anything black. So I thought,
wait, he's a Trump supporter.
Well, it skips a generation. That's why. So I'm sitting there and I have these 2 pairs. I'm like, okay, so do I keep the black pair for myself? Because I do wear a lot of black, and it's a fashionable
color. But you already have a pair of black ones.
But they're a year old. Maybe I could, those could be my in the house ones, and I could save these new ones for like going to the gas station.
Keep them on the hanger for a fancy.
Yeah.
Going to 7-Eleven.
So you're gonna sit around the house in these pants.
Change out of them.
I need a soda. Change out. Put those on.
Mr. Rogers style.
Go to the gas station. Yeah. Get your soda. Come back. Take them off. Put them back on a hanger. Put the other ones back on.
Precisely.
And continue your day.
Precisely. Those are my going out sweatpants.
So your dad just refuses to wear black?
He just doesn't wear a lot of black. Like I mean, you know my dad pretty well. I don't see
He
my
seems like
dad.
he'd be a blue man. He like blue.
He's a blue and like light gray.
Yeah.
Like classic dad colors.
I bet he's got a blue and probably a lot of blue and gray flannel.
Yeah. A lot of red and green too. My dad has a lot
Camo
of like,
shorts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Homemade.
A lot of gray though. A lot of gray t-shirts. Doesn't wear a lot of black. So I'm sitting there in Ross and I'm like, you know what? I'll get both pairs. I'll lay them out on the bed and I'll think about it. I'll
Do a
go.
little eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I'll walk in there and look at them for the night and decide. So I wrap up the black pair to give my dad because I got to have these gray ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, man, you know what? I need to get something for Erica's stepdad. We don't do big gifts, but I thought, these sweatpants are only like $22 or $20 or whatever at TJ Maxx. So I go today after work because we had a little time to kill, and I go to the TJ Maxx up in Edmond, and I'm looking. They have one pair, and they're black, and they're medium, and I need large. So I'm like, fuck, I'm in this TJ Maxx. It's crowded. Hey, look, phone chargers are on sale. So I get a phone charger, and I'm sitting there, and I'm holding these sweatpants because I'm going to buy him some mediums. I'm like, fuck it, he's a little smaller than me, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I end up like putting the sweatpants like on like where I'm checking out. So like I waited in line for like 15 minutes to buy a open box phone charger. No sweatpants. I'm still in a rush. Point of this long, boring story is I'm getting down to the wire and I got to find some fucking sweatpants for my
Amazon?
stepdad-in-law. I looked.
Not on Amazon.
Nope.
Reebok Direct? You go to Reebok?
My friend, time is running out. I don't got time. It's got to be Prime.
Just
or
give
nothing.
them yours. And then
Wash them. Give them yours.
Wash them. Give them yours. And then, go find some for yourself at some point. On a later date.
You have tomorrow off. It's going to snow on Sunday, Saturday. Get in your car, hit up every TJ Maxx in the metropolitan area.
I'm going to Google.
There's one in Moore.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to Moore tomorrow.
There's one in
Call
Midwest City.
them.
Yeah.
Call
them.
TJ
No,
Maxx.
call them. You have the item number. Give them the item number. Look this item number up.
Yeah.
Do you have these? And they go, yeah, we have a few in stock. Can you hold a pair for me? In fact, here's my credit card information.
Pre-purchased TJ Maxx sweatpants?
Yeah, dude. It's 2016. Get with the program.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive down there tonight, camp out outside the front door like Black Friday.
They're going to look at you so weird. What the hell are you doing? Got to get them Reebok pants.
I got to have gray larges, please.
They do carry out.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's my big story, my big running around trying to find gifts. We don't do a lot of gifts for the family, but like you got to do something.
Sure.
But it's so funny because like Erica's parents, we know each other, but they don't know me that well. Like I'm known as her husband, and like we'll go to the family dinners and go out to eat every now and then, but they don't they know that I like guitars. So it's like, a guitar tumbler set or something. And it's like, man,
Yeah.
I know you got that shit at TJ Maxx because I saw it when I was shopping for your sweatpants.
Or like a Fender t-shirt or something. Or like a Stratocaster cutting board. One of those kind of things. I know you like guitars.
Do you but does it make you feel bad that they got it at TJ Maxx? Because to me, like, TJ Maxx feels like going through a trash bin and just finding things.
No, the Ross dress for less, man. If you see a Ross dress for less tag on your Christmas stuff, you're like, you did the bear. You walked in and it's like, I got 20 minutes, whatever I can throw in the cart.
What can I find?
Yeah.
Ross and TJ Maxx. Let me just set it straight here. They're pretty much the same thing,
the same
right?
store.
Yeah.
To me, either one
And
is like
Steinmart.
Oh,
Is there
yeah.
a Steinmart in there?
Marshalls, perhaps,
yeah.
kind of. But to me, yeah, any of those, you see that tag on a gift and it's, I only wanted to spend $6.99 on you. Like, no more. No
or you
more.
can tell like where there was a clearance, like a markdown price,
yeah.
and they even took that part off. Like,
Well, let me go back here to these Reebok sweatpants, okay?
as you're going to go buy someone something from TJ Maxx.
I went to two different, it's about to be a third TJ Maxx tomorrow. Saving grace, though. The tag that said Reebok that had the MSRP on it of $70 was different than the TJ Maxx tag. A lot of times they just slap that sticker on there.
Yeah.
These are two separate tags. So guess what? I get to take the TJ Maxx tag off and it looks like I just spent $70 on a pair of sweatpants. And I kind of half-ass crossed out the price. Like,
You do that like thin Sharpie where you can still totally see through it.
like there's just the one swipe of Sharpie. So if you hold it up to the light, which I do, I'm like, ooh, MSRP $70. These
are a nice pair of britches.
These are some going out sweatpants. They are wonderful sweatpants, Jake. I'm not going to lie. And if I ever run across another pair,
I'm going to have to Google them.
I'm going to get you some.
I'd try them out.
I'm going to get everyone a pair of these sweatpants. Yeah. Is that sad? That's like the highlight of my Christmas is.
No, you found something that you really enjoy and that's changed your life.
And you want to share it.
And you want to share it with the world.
I want to spread the joy.
I have nothing to share. I don't.
I have nothing to share.
I used to love giving gifts, and I still do love it. I don't know what people want, and like when you want to reach a certain age, like people start being like, I don't really need anything. Like, okay, fine, then I'm not getting you shit. That's why I loved having my niece and nephew. I could just buy them shit tons of toys, and they're happy as fuck, no matter what it is. So I could be the coolest uncle in the world and have no idea what they want. Like, I know he's into this, so I'm just going to buy him a shit ton of Ninjago stuff or a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff. She's into fucking Frozen, so I'm going to buy a bunch of Frozen stuff.
They get older, and it's harder to please that.
Exactly.
You know? Like,
you got to know what they're into.
Yeah, and what they don't have. Like, that's a huge thing. Because, like, my niece is really into Legos, but she has so many Lego sets.
You don't want to buy the same thing twice.
Yeah.
Well, like one year, my nephew, his birthday is 4 days after Christmas. I got him a Ninjago Lego set, like $40.
Oh yeah, Legos ain't cheap.
No, they're expensive.
And took it to his birthday party, and it's a pile of gifts. He opens up a gift from somebody else. It's the same set I just bought.
Yeah.
And he opens up, he's like, oh, I have two. He's like excited to have two. I'm like, yeah, I guess you can put them together.
Yeah, mix them up. They're fucking Legos. Throw them in a butter dish and fucking call it a day, you brat.
You got a paint pen or something? You can just paint a different color.
Was that kind of a Jim Norton? That was kind of a nod to Chip, I think. I love it. It's bleeding through. Relatives are weird like that. Like, we have these two little cousins that...
Yeah.
When I was a boy... When I was a wee lad...
When you were a frightened black boy?
When I was a young, scared black boy, my grandma would give me like $5 for Christmas. And man, like, I remember thinking...
Back then, you could stretch that $5 though.
Oh, yeah.
You could buy like 5 comic books for that much money. Now a comic book is fucking $4 or $5 for one comic book. So my question is, like, for my little bratty cousins, who I love... I wish they were black, but they're still scared. But like, man, like, Kelly Johnson's calling me. Dang it. Sorry, Kelly, I can't answer right now. I'll call you back. So for these boys, like 2 years ago, I was like, man, what? I was going through the same thing. I was like, what do I get these kids? And
$20.
Like, even better, I was like, I'll get them some magic cards. That sounds cool.
Every boy likes magic cards.
Yeah, and they're kind of sheltered, like kind of Christian raised boys. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to get them some like starter decks, and for this grand gift that I have, I'm going to teach them how to play right by the campfire.
See, that's a good thing. Like, not only are you getting them something, you're showing them how to do something.
I'm going to lead them into a new world.
Exactly. I'm going to open their horizons to gaming, fantasy role-playing, and math.
And then we'll be friends.
And you just want, like, the next time you see them, then they're, like, into it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Uncle Rob, you want to play Magic the Gathering? You're like, yeah, fuck yeah. And, or what would be shitty is if you go over there and you're like, you guys been playing Magic? Nah, we threw those away. That game sucked.
They opened the cards and literally did the Christmas story, threw it over their shoulder. Like, they didn't even open the box. They came in like this cool box, like it was 2 sets in a box.
What a bunch of ungrateful little fucking shits.
You know what they're getting this year?
What's that?
Fucking nothing. I'll probably cave and buy him.
Go to TJ Maxx and get him some fucking pair of sweatpants.
Sweatpants for everybody. I'm like the Oprah of sweatpants.
Do you have these in junior sizes?
Yeah. Take them off that young black boy. I'll buy them directly off him. It was a mannequin, scared mannequin. But yeah, so okay, so like, but for dads, like, I'm like, what the fuck do I get my dad?
Yeah.
Like, what do you get your dad?
I get him video game stuff.
But that's cool. Like, my dad doesn't care about that shit.
Like, I think we're gonna pitch in and buy him a PS4 this year.
That's a fucking great dad gift.
Like last year, I got him like that Sega Genesis with 30 games built in, and and all that. Yeah, I love that.
He dug it.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish my dad was that easy to buy
We
for.
get him toys. We get my dad toys.
That's
So
awesome.
like me and my sister talked about that. I was like, I love buying dad toys. Like we used to get him like remote control helicopters, like shitty little remote control helicopters every
You
year.
fucking loved it.
He loved it. He ate it up, and it would keep him busy for days.
What about like get your dad a drone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants one.
Drones for dad. I can
Yeah.
see the
Get him
marketing
out of the
scheme
house.
now.
Yeah.
Man.
I get my dad gift certificates to restaurants that because he always eats the same shit. It's like, hey, Dad, here's a $100 gift card to Cattleman's. Hey, Dad, here's a $100 gift card to fucking Red Prime. Hey, Dad, here's a $100 gift. That's kind of the same thing. And then I'll take him out and we'll go to dinner and we'll hang out.
I would love to see your dad at Red Prime.
So would you get him these gift cards and then make him take you to those places?
No.
So they have to
No,
pay for the meal with the gift cards.
He's like, oh, I
You
left
got
my
him?
wallet at
Oh,
home.
jeez. Just take that $100 gift card I got you. No. He one of them lasted for like a year and a half. He made $100 last like a year. And you take my mom to like dinner once every like couple months or something.
Gross.
But it's it's something nice, I
You know,
guess.
starved to death of something.
Starve to death or something.
For my dad, it's like, what do I get the man who is retired and basically has everything he needs?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want anything. Every year, it's the same thing. Oh, hell, Rob, you don't got to get me anything. You know, why don't you just get me a nice card and write something nice in it? You know what? If you want to get me something, why don't you get me an Academy gift card? And I was like, Dad, I've seen your wallet. It's like a Costanza wallet that is full of Academy gift cards that are like, they have like you pull them out and it's like, oh, here's the logo from the 90s. Oh, here's like, you know, before the rebranding. It's like a fucking
way back.
yes. It's a history lesson in Academy gift cards going back from like the
Thousands of
early
dollars
2000s.
worth of Academy gift cards.
He didn't fucking buy anything. I don't know. Ugh. See, I'm stressed. I'm stressed.
Well, your dad's a
I
groomman.
got him a Cattleman's gift certificate last year. I don't know if he used it or not.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
The Cattleman's one's
good
cool
thing.
because you go in there and they have that old machine and they
it's
punch it
cool.
all on that machine.
It's kind
really
of fun
neat.
to buy them.
Yeah.
So explain, because I've never bought
Like
a Cattleman's gift
it's
card.
like it's not like a gift card. It's not anything
It's a
electronic.
paper. It's an
just
old paper
It
certificate.
looks like a gift certificate. It looks like a certificate that you would win at school or something.
and there's an old, it looks like an old timey register with like the big giant push buttons and stuff.
And they put the little number on
They
it.
put a number on it and then they like stamp it and it stamps it onto the thing and it looks really cool and it's like handwritten
You
out.
feel like an old timey fella.
Yeah, and they put it in an envelope, an old timey envelope and shit. Like,
What is this, Westworld or something?
what's this, Westworld or something?
I still not seen that.
Dude,
No.
get on that train.
I'm like
no pun
5
intended.
episodes in. It's good.
So I've been leeching our good buddy Wes's dad's HBO Go for like 5 years. And I went to log in not log in, but it saves it in your device or whatever, your Apple TV or what have you, Roku, whatever. I go, because I was home alone and I don't think Erica really cares about watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I have the whole day off. I'm just going to hang out and watch Westworld. And I go to log in and it's like, cannot sign in. Please update your information. No. I've had 5 years of Game of Thrones for free without stealing it.
Yeah.
Could it be too many devices or just like a random update? Probably.
I don't know, man.
Because when people start leeching those passwords and you got too many devices on it, it'll shut one of them down.
I mean, it wasn't a problem for like 5 fucking
That's
years.
true.
So
Yeah.
wake up one day. Like, I rarely watch HBO Go.
How much is that a month? Like $25 or something?
No, Chip. I think it's like 12 if you have cable.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So then hop on it. Hop on it. Get yourself some
Man, I
HBO.
don't want the fucking bills, dude.
I know.
Bills.
Well, here's the thing. Me and my wife talking about this recently. You do everything auto pay because it makes everything so much easier, and you don't think about paying those bills. Like I just set my car payment up for auto pay, so I don't fucking think about it.
Mhm.
But they start at like, oh, Spotify's only $10 a month. Oh, this thing's only $12 a month.
Yeah.
Oh, this is only $14 a month.
That adds
And then
up.
you add them up. You're like, I'm spending $350 on apps.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like,
Dude, it's crazy because it's like, Netflix is what 10 or 11 now or something.
But
Hulu.
like, if you have friends, that's the way to do it. Because like we use your Hulu and you use our Netflix.
Yep. The old even trade is what I call it.
Yeah.
the old swap. That's what we do. Showtime for HBO Go.
Yeah.
I just Netflix. I did Hulu for a while, and not to an app talk, but I just didn't get into it.
It's okay. I don't like the fact. That's the thing.
Into it.
I don't like the flow. I don't like the format. I don't like the. It's not as streamlined.
The format's different on every device.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm on the Roku. I do everything. I'm an old man. I'm still using Stitcher for my podcast. I'm using Roku for my.
But you're an old man like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, Josh, but who the fuck uses a Roku?
It was easy.
So, you know what's easier? An Apple TV. Or the one that's built into your TV.
I don't want to spend $100 on
Oh,
Apple
you
TV.
cheap. You don't want to spend $100 on an Apple TV, but you'll spend $60 on a Roku.
It was on sale.
For how much? $55?
$45.99.
Oh my God.
No, I want to get an Apple TV. I really do.
I'm saying this like I'm a badass, but I bought
do.
my Apple TV from Colin for $50 because he worked for Apple and he got like the new one when it came out. He was like, I'll sell you my old one for $50. I was like, I'm on it. Give it.
Sold.
Give it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get one of those
Still
eventually
use
and then get rid of my Roku's, give them to my parents, and they'll think it's gold.
I got speaking of dads and presents, I got my dad an Amazon Fire Stick. Speaking of scraping the bottom of the barrel of technology,
Jesus.
The shittiest.
Hey, put it in a little USB port in the back of your TV.
I've got one in my bedroom. It's
Roku,
not terrible.
We have a Roku stick up in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not great. HBO Go didn't work on that either. I tried on the Apple TV and I was like, ran. Well, I put on my good sweatpants and then I ran into the bedroom.
Go to a different room.
Yeah, and I ran in there and I was like, maybe it'll still work in here. Maybe the technology's shittier in here. It'll work. And yeah, it didn't
Just
work.
waiting. Just hoping.
So I'm thinking this year, I was thinking since, I said, Dad's got the birthday and Christmas back to back, thinking about getting him a tablet.
Yeah.
Like Erica and I like going in and like getting him a tablet.
But that's a whole world to get into. Like,
I don't know. Would he use it?
I don't know, because I'll tell you what, he sure as shit doesn't use that fucking Fire Stick. I don't think he's used it once since I got it for
what
him.
kind of phone does it use?
An iPhone. My dad's got an iPhone.
Okay. Get him
So
a
we
fucking
put him
iPad.
on our Netflix.
Never uses it.
No, like we like look at his little, because you can, whenever you pull it up, it has everybody's account. We look at his to see what he's been watching. And there's nothing.
Like Dad's watching titty movies
There's like
again.
one cooking show at the beginning of the year, and that was it. And it's still there.
Really?
Yeah.
Get your dad a gift certificate to that barbecue pit in Chandler or wherever the fuck it is.
Oh,
that you
Butcher's
go to.
Barbecue.
That's actually
That's a great
really
idea.
good idea.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
He
That place
loves
was
that
so
shit.
good.
And it's not that far away. Maybe I could hit a TJ Maxx
And
on
you
the
know
way.
what? When that 66 bowl opens, take him there and you guys can go bowling. Have a little BBQ.
He does like to bowl. Damn, that's Josh. King of Christmas over here.
Yeah.
King Christmas.
I'm about
man.
experiences. I'm not about physical items that you're just going to fucking throw away one day.
I actually like that.
Like, yeah, the pants.
Oh, no. You're going to wear those pants.
Until the fucking taint blows out of them.
The taint blows out.
The taint blows out of pants. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
First thing to go, usually.
So do you have any Christmas shopping left to do? I'm talking to Jake.
Yeah, I don't do it.
King Christmas doesn't do gifts over here.
No, I do experiences.
So slick. Do you have any left to do or are you done?
I've got plenty to do.
More to do?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's never done.
Wait until that last minute. Oh, and those stores start to just burst at the seams.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we've been having to watch our wallets.
Because you got a little bundle of joy on the way.
See, that's another thing. You're going to have that little thing to start. But here's the thing. With a baby, I don't really think you have to give it a whole lot of shit until it's old enough to...
Doesn't care.
Has no idea. People like buy all these like 1-year-olds, like a bunch of toys. Like that kid has no fucking idea what that
Not
is.
even going to remember that shit.
That kid, throw a few things at it, it's going to love one of those things. And that's going to be its binky or its boo-boo or whatever the fuck babies are going to call
Or
it.
it's going to find a fucking towel in the laundry
and
that's going to
love
be
the
its
shit out of
favorite
it.
thing.
Yeah, it's a favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I were to have a kid, like I don't think I would get it anything until it was like 3.
No.
You're gonna be diapers, no shirts, no pants, no nothing. They'll have one nice pair of sweatpants.
one pair of baby sweatpants that were fashioned from my old ones that I like sewed up. Like, oh, but the material, it's so great. They're so soft.
Yeah.
On your baby bottom.
I don't know. I say that, but I'm sure if I had a kid, like as soon as that kid comes out,
smother
it's like,
with
I wanna
love.
get
Yeah.
stuff
What I
all
think
the
I'll
time.
do is I'll start hiding my stuff. And so then for birthdays, I'll just give them my old stuff.
Dude, that's not a bad idea. What if, man?
I'll
What if
hide my Sega Genesis?
That's what I was just thinking. Like, what if you had the foresight to like keep all of your video game systems growing up, and then you presented them to your child in the order that you presented them?
See, I thought about that.
Because I got a
That's something that I
Nintendo.
thought about.
I got an NES when I was 5. Came out in 85. I got one in like 86, 87. I was 5 years old then.
Yeah.
And, a 5-year-old kid now is not going to know that looks shitty. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to be like, oh, this is cool. Look, I pressed the button and make the man jump.
I don't know. I think a 5-year-old kid now would know that that's shitty.
I guess because they're playing like tablets and shit.
But
now.
like in order
Yeah.
to do that, I would have to never play video games in front of them. And I don't know if I could do that.
You're just like hiding your hands with the control. Like, oh no, daddy's watching a movie.
Yeah.
Playing Last of Us. Like, oh,
Yeah,
Dad-
yeah.
Jerking off?
daddy's watching a scary movie.
Yeah. So then he could like he'd look at that and he'd be like, why don't my video games look like your video games?
And to get a fucking job, and they can.
Yeah.
Get a job. You can play Halo with daddy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait for that little baby.
Yeah.
I don't like kids unless they're black, but God, I can't wait for this baby. Like,
It might be.
hello.
Well, I don't know how
Wow.
babies work.
They just come out like puppies. It could be brown, it could be black, it could be white, it could be a calico.
You go to the doctor and it's like when you buy a pair of shoes or something online
Yeah.
and you could pick the color. Do you
Well,
want
we-
to be black?
Well, there's
Blue?
you fill out a piece of paper.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Frightened? Happy?
Race, sex.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Check it out.
please.
Here's the crazy thing though, in all honesty,
we put a check
that is going to
mark
happen
next
in
to
the
white,
not too
'cause we're
distant
white.
future. They're doing that already. Genetically modifying babies.
Sure.
Oh, come on.
It's a thing.
No, no, they're not.
To Google GMO babies.
I have a feeling I'm going to get a bunch of links from you later tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna. Alex Jones told me they're.
When I was young, I remember there was like a scene where a lady was giving birth, and there was like the doctor was delivering the baby, and the doctor was like, they didn't know whether it was going to be a boy or a girl. They wanted to be surprised when the baby was born, and the doctor was like, "Did you want a boy or a girl?" And the father and the mother are like, "A girl," and they're like, "Well, you better tell me now." Like, and then growing up, I thought that the doctor could make
chose.
like he could like do a little snip and a tuck or a pull.
Like maybe that's what your umbilical cord was. Or just
Your dick.
Your dick.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want a boy or a girl? Girl. Okay. Snip it off.
yeah, just rip it right off. Have the mother chew on it or whatever. That's cats, but
Yeah.
That's gross.
it is gross.
So gross.
Babies are gross, but wonderful.
Yeah.
Like man, poop. Oh man,
It's gonna be a lot of poop.
there's gonna be poop.
You ever
in
changed
your
a baby
future.
poopy diaper?
Fuck no, because I don't have one.
I've changed diapers.
Really?
Yeah,
like your brothers, kids.
I changed
and his
my
brothers
brother's diaper all the time.
My brother's actually, he's perfectly sane. He's perfectly normal. He just likes to shit his pants and have me change him. It's the weirdest thing.
Damnest thing. Sloppy.
changed
Wh-
diapers.
Whose diaper? Niece, nephew,
Niece, nephews. When I
Random
was-
children and TJ Maxx.
Yeah, when I was 20, I was dating
Frightened black
a girl
babies.
that had a kid.
Man, so you're
And
just
I
in
would
there.
babysit her relatives, her like cousins or something, their baby. So I was a baby sitter.
It's kind of like, it's kind of hard for me to think that I've never wiped an ass that wasn't my own.
Yeah.
Like-
it's weird.
Well, I never wiped an elderly ass either.
Yeah, it's
Like
weird.
my parents aren't old enough.
There's a kid that I currently watch every once in a while, a friend of ours. And he was 4 or 5 and still didn't wipe his ass.
Did you have to wipe his ass?
Yeah.
Oh man.
How do you wipe your own ass?
He'd
I can wipe my own ass.
he'd shit. And then like from the bathroom, I hear him yelling, "You have to come wipe me."
Oh man. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
You're in grade school, son.
All right.
I guess kindergarten.
He's texting you. Can you come wipe my ass, please? And bring my phone charger. Oh, man. Yeah, I've never wiped an ass. I've never wiped my wife's ass. Like, she's never broken both of her arms. Like, I've never... She's never been...
Do you ever have that thought? Like, what if I broke my arms, or what if I, for some reason...
What if I broke my wife's arms?
No, did I say that? What if like some sort of thing happened and I wasn't able to wipe my ass anymore? Or whip my dick out to pee? Or feed myself like that? We take those kind of things for granted.
We certainly do.
We certainly do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my wife. I would not want my wife to have to wipe my ass.
Oh, just imagine a vegetarian shit.
Would you want her to want to wipe your ass?
I would want her to want to. That would show that she loves. I mean, I would show love, but I don't want her to have to.
Sure, but what if it was a sexual thing?
Oh, I would.
What if she was like,
listen, I
really want to wipe your ass.
You know, let's see what... I mean, hey, you know, love is love.
Yeah, she would stand next to you while you were shitting and hold your hand and wait till you were done.
See,
and she would get more and more excited with each plop. She'd be like, oh. She's like, listen, for me to get there, I got to wipe your ass.
That's pretty fucking gross. Mm-hmm. But I mean, hey.
Hand me that toilet paper, babe.
Weirder things
What
have
if she
happened.
was really good at it?
Like got in there, like a quick...
Yeah.
CB&B quick poop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Because you'd never try it. So
I mean, I
never know.
I might.
I've said this before, but
maybe
sometimes I wonder when it comes to things like wiping your ass, like your own, not somebody else's. But like sometimes I wonder if like my entire life I've been doing it wrong.
Oh sure.
Like there's some secret method or approach that I've never.
Yeah.
Because like I don't remember being taught how to wipe my own ass. Nope. Like I've been wiping since I remember.
I was a water for a long time.
You're a water?
Like where you don't... I didn't know to fold the toilet paper. I just balled it up and I was a water.
I thought you meant like you poured like Aquafina down your crack.
I'd get a bottle of water and I would just... until it was clean. Yeah. No, I was a water, and then eventually a friend of mine was like, no, you got to fold it. I'm like, what? Game changer. Changed my life.
I'm a wrapper around the hand. Like,
you do
like trucker old man style. Yeah, no, I guess.
I do a fold. I fold.
See, that to me sounds like a lot of waste as far as toilet paper waste, because you're not using the stuff that's on the backside of your hand.
You know, you're supposed to only use 2 squares.
What?
Total? I've tried.
That's what it says.
Yeah, I know.
2 squares. It's like, listen, man, you must have like the cleanest shits to use 2 squares.
Wait, oh no, but hold on. Let's go back to my method here.
Yeah.
When you wrap around the hand, you wrap around the hand, then you pull the hand out of the wrap. So then you have like a few layers there. Yeah. But then like you wipe and then you fold. And then you wipe again. And then sometimes you might be able to get another fold.
You wrap it kickboxer style. Like you're about to dip it in some glass.
I dip it in honey and then glass pieces and then wipe my ass violently.
Well, what it does is that gets into all the crevices. It scrapes all that out.
Well, blood flows out and gets all the poop out. It's wonderful. Anyways, oh boy. Back to shit.
Yeah.
Are you a fold? So are you a water?
I'm a folder. I'm a folder.
You fold now. But do you fold the fold? Like, do you?
Yeah, I'll fold and then I'll unfold and then I fold it until there's no more.
Okay.
And then you release.
Yeah. See, I like to shit before a shower. And
you're a shit to shower kind of person?
Yeah, I'm a shit to shower guy. And we have one of those detachable shower heads. And
get at it.
I will.
It's the best.
Make myself nice and
got
clean.
One of those too. The worst is the opposite of that. When you get out of the shower and have to shit.
Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
No.
The slipperiest, nothing just ruins your day.
Well, you've taken a hot shower, so you're kind of sweaty, and then it's just.
But then I've done that. Like I've been
like nice chunky flesh on porcelain just gets all slippery and like you feel like you're like sliding deeper into
And
the
like you're
toilet
getting
bowl.
nothing. You're just kind of it feels like you're just smearing, doing a lot of smearing.
A lot of smearing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Though. It's like you're settling into the toilet bowl when you're wet, like sediment.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I've done that though. I've been like sick to my stomach and taken a hot shower just to feel a little bit better, you know. And I'm a big bath guy too, like a big bath guy. I love huge tubs, half full. But I'll get in the bathtub or the shower and like I've gotten out and been like, oh God, I got crap.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get in there and it's just a real day ruiner.
Mm-hmm. It's not a good idea.
No.
It's a bad idea.
You could blow dry your ass, maybe.
Oh God.
I have a hairy ass. That's why.
Oof.
Yeah, I straighten it. I don't do that.
Oh man, all this talk about shit and Christmas, it's got me feeling emotional. I don't know.
Shitmas. Yeah.
It's been an emotional week.
It's been a roller coaster of a fucking week.
And I feel like that we would be doing a disservice if we didn't take a little time to talk about kind of what's been going on and the different ways that everybody deals with these kind of things. And I hate to go from, you know,
shit talk
to...
I mean, kind of appropriate, not for the man, but I mean...
It's shitty. This is shitty. So,
but man,
good segue, Rob. Good job.
His shit's pretty bad.
Oh, his shits were real bad.
Pretty bad shits.
Well, let's start off here. We're talking about our good friend Matthew Hall, who passed away last week, and it was interesting. I heard about it early Thursday, and I got a text from a friend of mine who said, "Hey, did you hear about Matty?" Most people who are listening to this, know Matty to some degree. So, but to people who don't, if there's anybody out there in this lonely world who went by Matty, and so I get a text from a friend of mine. He's like, "Hey, did you hear about Matty?" And what's the first thing that goes through your head when you hear something like that? Like you never think, "Did you hear about Matty? He won the lottery."
Right.
It's not like, "Did you hear about Matty? He bought a new car." It's like, no, if he bought a new car, I would either see the car or he would tell me about the car or whatever.
It's usually
something shitty.
Something bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, "Did you hear about Matty? He took a shower, then he had to shit directly after." Oh. It was terrible. Yeah.
He told me all about it.
"Did you hear about Matty? He got these new sweatpants." He's telling everybody about them. Anyways. So yeah, I got this text and like I was the first person that I knew, like I heard about it from a friend of mine.
Right.
And I texted both of you guys. And in no way am I saying that in a braggy way. I mean, this is just a series of events that happen. I mean, this would be a really terrible thing to brag about. But so yeah, I texted both of you guys. We were all at work. I figured, text would be appropriate. A lot of people don't answer their phone when they're at work. And yeah, we found out that he was found dead by his roommate, Dustin. Fellow we also known for a long time. And you guys went to the funeral?
Yeah.
I went to the viewing on Sunday, and then we all saw each other at one of Matty's stomping grounds, the Hilo. Was that Monday? Monday evening. Yeah. And I just wanted to talk about it. Like, what did you guys think about all that? And
I thought it was sad.
Yeah. Good start.
It was pretty sad.
Yeah.
When you lose someone close.
Man, the past week is just a fucking haze. Like it's just so surreal.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like a surreal dream. Like those kind of dreams that seem super real, and you wake up and you're like, "Did that really happen?" It kind of feels like that. Like, was that a thing? Because it also seemed like it just happened so fast, like in a dream too. Like, and like you find out, and then
those few days just fucking blend together. Like I like thinking back to just a few days ago, I can't remember where it started and where it ended. It was just like one long thing.
Mm-hmm. It feels like it was one long day. Yeah, one long shitty, terrible day.
Yeah,
yeah. It's something people just don't really think about it a lot. I mean. We've had other friends pass. Jamie passed earlier this year. And one would think that it would, it does. It reminds you of your own mortality. And for a while, people kind of embrace that and embrace each other and love each other. And I hope that continues. But it seems to be that people kind of get caught up in other things, and you eventually forget. And that's the part that makes me anxious. Is it's settled in like it's real, but I don't want to forget. You know what I mean? Because it's so easy to, because you get caught up in all this other shit with, our country about to go to shit. Maybe, possibly, who knows? It could be fantastic. Probably not.
Probably. Yeah. More than likely not.
More than likely not. And then this is babies. Fuck, man. And it's something that you like. It was a person that we were very close to.
Yeah.
We're roommates, but we were like best friends. Like hung out all the fucking time. And then you kind of just lose touch, live your own lives, and then thinking, I'll see him around, or we'll see each other around. And I did from time to time, but then it's just like, now you never will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a hard reality to try to grasp. And, I'll be the first to admit that, I wasn't as close with Matty as either of you guys were, and a lot of other people. I consider him a friend, but, I didn't have that bond that either of you guys had with him in the history, and even in my limited, exposure with the guy, it was hard. And it's just interesting how everybody deals with this differently. Yeah. And like Thursday we found out, and I know, some people met up after work to talk and to be there for each other. And like, man, like I wanted to be with my friends, but just to be honest, like I just couldn't, like I just got super anxious about it. And then you start worrying, and I was just like, man, like I just got to go home. And I went home and just fucking like sat there. Yeah. Like didn't really do anything, just kind of sat there and stared at the ground, like tried to keep my mind busy. But I that one night that I was like playing video games or like watching a show I really like or something. Like I just kind of sat there and piddled around. Like I cleaned my kitchen. Like I just, and that's what I do when I get anxious, know? And then Friday came around and some people were going out, and I was like, I actually felt really shitty because like no one called me or texted me to tell me that people were meeting up. And not to make this about me, but I'm just giving my take here. But I was like, I kind of expressed it to you. Like I was kind of hurt because I was like, well, I'm kind of the guy's friend too. And I know I don't go out a lot, like especially anymore, but I was like, man, like I just kind of felt it, like, I think it really set in that next day, and I kind of got lonely, and I was like, well, shit, like no one texted me and said, hey, just by the way, we're meeting at Speakeasy or whatever. And I didn't really get online a lot that day. Right. I was off work, so I wasn't at my computer a lot. And then when I was seeing started seeing some Instagram pictures roll in, I was like, ooh, would have liked to have got the invite, and, but then the opposite happened. Went to the viewing on Sunday, wasn't able to make the funeral. Unfortunately, I really wanted to, but I met up with everybody Monday and proceeded to get really drunk. Yeah. And that's when it like really hit me. Yeah. And boy, if I wasn't crying like a fucking baby at the high-low. Like as the night went on, and people were buying shots and this and that. I mean, man, like I got like pathetically sad. Yeah.
It comes out of nowhere. Like, you can't,
it comes in waves and it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. You can, for acting purposes, I guess you can like take an emotion, like make yourself sad, right? But the thing is, like, especially with this one, it's like it's like the stages of, like they talked about the funeral, like it comes in stages, like the processing it, and don't even think about it. You could say something, talk about something random, and then fucking waterfall, man.
Like I had, like when I first found out, like I cried. I didn't like break down until like several. I can't even remember when it was because the days run together, like I said. But I just remember like being in the kitchen making a sandwich, and I just fucking lost it. Yeah, like I was sobbing, and it came out of nowhere, and like I had to stop making the sandwich, and go like sit on the couch and just let this happen. It's like puking. Yeah, you're just like, I just gotta fucking get this done, get it over with. And so I just fucking let it all out for about an hour and then went back to my sandwich.
Because one of those things is it's not just about the act of crying, because when it happens like that in the waves, it's not just the tears, it's the thoughts that come with that of like, fuck, never gonna see him again, shit, this is all so crazy, and then it overwhelms you. Like you said, you gotta fucking take a step back, take a breather, go back, and then finish your sandwich, and you're fine. And then maybe you're watching television, and then something pops up, and you're like, man, fucking, it hit you again. Yeah, it's weird. I watched Biodome the other night.
Man, I haven't watched it yet.
I tried to, here's the saving grace was I haven't seen it in a very fucking long time.
Probably
since when we all used to watch that movie all the time together, and I was like,
over and over again,
I'm gonna watch it in memoriam. Like I told Dana, it's like, if I cry, don't get weird. Yeah. She's like, fine. We start watching it.
Biodome's become our notebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we started watching it, and I did that like laugh cry of like, not sad because he's gone, sad because like, dude, I bet he hasn't seen it in a long time either. Yeah. And it does not hold up. It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like cry laughing like, oh man, he would just rip this apart right now. Yeah. It was so bad. So I just kept watching it. But like, and then, you know, the making a filter. Yeah. Like all the shit that we pulled out of that movie. And it's weird that something like that will never...
It'll never be the same.
It'll never be the same. But it's also something that can't be taken away. You know what I mean? Yeah. And now, for us then, it was this goofy, dumb movie that we would kind of make fun of and drink together and laugh at it. And now it's something to like kind of watch as
become
like
a monument.
A monument, exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
I was flipping around channels the other day and came across Mystery Men.
Oh yeah,
that was another.
Yeah,
that was another one for him. Yeah, and I watched like half of it. And I couldn't finish it. With these dumb fucking things that are, you know, that mean so much now.
Well, without that there, like that, it was that connection that made it funny. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if one of us were just to watch Biodome by ourselves, it would have been like, this movie fucking kind of sucks.
And something I've been going through, I don't know if it's the same for you, but like, now that he's gone, I keep reminiscing and thinking about things like inside jokes, like,
oh yeah,
feeding Rambo.
Oh, when you sent that to me, I was like, I read it. I didn't read it as feeding Rambo. It was a feeding Rambo, like how I read it, and I started like, again, like laugh crying. Yeah, of like, fuck. I'm so glad I didn't forget that.
Thinking of stuff like that I've forgotten about, and I want to text it to him.
Yeah,
I keep doing that. Like, I actually like pulled out my phone the other day and I was like, fuck.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's going to go nowhere. But maybe you can and have that be a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's your way of, because like, we're not religious people, but maybe that could be like a way of, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess ceremoniously or you know, sending your prayer to him or whatever. You know what I mean? Like sending something to him. Like, I'll put it in a text form, and I know I'm not going to get anything back, but at least it's like prayer. The reason why prayer works for people is you're saying something out loud.
You're sending out a signal.
Yeah.
Whether that signal is received or not, you're still putting it out there.
And if it doesn't answer, you're like, well, you know, God answers
prayers. And mostly just to
way.
Make yourself feel better.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you get the new phone who dis text reply, then you know something's really fucked up. That was a real bad.
Who phone new dis? Well, that's the thing.
Who phone new dis? Yeah.
Who phone new dis?
Who phone new dis?
But they do recycle phone numbers. So.
That's what.
Eventually.
Bad joke.
I'm pretty sure at this point in time his phone's still active.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one knows how to get in it though.
Oh really?
Yeah, we have it. We just don't know how to get in it. I don't know if I would want to. When Megan was at the funeral, I asked if she got into the computer. She's like, yeah. She's like, found a lot of weird videos. Like, yeah, I probably should have told you. Maybe tread a little lightly on any kind of videos that he's going to have on there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Man, I mean, but the thing, like, if I were to die tomorrow, like, I mean, not that I have any big secrets, but I don't really know if I would want somebody just like going through on my computer,
delete
like my
browsing
internet history. I know that's like the old joke. It's like on my deathbed, I'm going to say, delete my browsing history, you know, but it's like, we don't usually get a chance to do that. So it's like,
if I'm stoned, okay, this is going off the Matty topic for a second, but he would laugh at it because he's probably done the same fucking thing. If I'm super stoned and I'm jerking it and I come, I have that moment. Everybody has that moment of like, what do I do? Delete cookies, delete everything. What if I die? What if I die? And then you delete it all. It's done.
It's real bad when you have that thought in the middle.
Yeah.
Like usually,
what am I doing?
Usually it comes right after.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if he deleted his browsing history. I bet he did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny.
Smart man.
Not funny, but it's interesting. I guess I should say is like how this kind of thing makes you reevaluate your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know, and
it
like
really does.
I mean, it's. I know it might be kind of cliche to say that, but it's like it really makes you like happy to be alive, and like, you know, something bad could happen to any one of us at any time, no matter what we do, no matter the steps we take to be cautious or the steps we take to lack being cautious.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, it's death will come to all of us at some point in time, and that's the thing. Like, I know for a long time I was kind of annoying people with that because I was getting like, I guess it like a midlife, quarter life crisis or whatever. Like, it hit me like a ton of fucking bricks. Of like, there's absolutely nothing I can do. It is coming, and I just thought about the day, and like and the weird thing is, I think I know what it feels like. The moment right before. You ever had that feeling of like, what if this is what it felt like right before you died?
Sure. Yeah.
Like that moment of just, I have no control. And there's grace in that if you learn to accept it and be like, there's absolutely nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Just gotta.
That's what you have to do.
Just have to let it.
You have to accept it.
Just let it go, and it's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then that you leave people behind, and that's the part. Like, death is fine. Not being here, whatever. The great beyond, if there is one, whatever. It's, I don't want people to be sad after the fact, and it makes you think like,
well, don't worry about that.
And no one's going to give a shit. No one's going to give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said earlier, like it's with all this happening, you get to see how differently people process it and how differently it affects people.
Yeah.
Matty was a fun guy, super nice guy, literally loved everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And to a fault, I might even say. He loved taking care of people. He liked having a drink or two, and in doing so, he wanted to make sure everyone else was having a good time. So therefore, he made this giant group of just random friends who some know each other, some don't.
Yeah, but
that's what they remember him as is Matty, Hilo Matty.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know matography. They don't know, eating chicken fried steaks Matty. You know what I mean? Like, they don't
emo Matty.
They don't know emo Matty.
Mm-mm. They don't know.
They don't know all that. I
the
mean,
Matty that listened to Anne Boleyn.
Yeah, the soup hair Matty. They don't know that, but I mean, that's the thing, and that's fine. That's their friendship. That's their thing they have. I mean, it just seeing everyone. It was good seeing everybody and seeing everyone come together and help Matt's family,
mm-hmm.
and kind of grieve and share stories about him. But it just seemed like a lot of. I wish there was ways of doing that without alcohol being the catalyst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like I feel like, since he was at the Hilo so much,
right,
and so often, they're like, that's kind of where we had those our sanctuary,
right,
our place to feel closer,
right,
to him after we just lost him,
right.
So that we just kind of migrated there,
right. I felt that while we were there. Like, I think I told you, Robbie, I don't, after being there for a few hours, I don't think I can go in there anymore.
No, I'm done.
I just don't think I can, just because I think that was right. Like, you're exactly right. It was a sanctuary moment of like, almost like a Viking funeral of, all right, let's do this one last time, mm-hmm. for Matty, and then I can't come back in here.
That's how I felt. And again, not that I had the connection that you guys had with him, but I would say that we, like, if he was sitting here right now, we'd all talk like we were on the same level playing field.
Oh, yeah.
But, what I gathered over the years is, Matty went hard. Like, Matty went hard, like from when I first met him, and he was all in with photography. Like, that's all he did. That's all he posted. That's all he talked about.
Oh, my God, man.
Like so much.
World of Warcraft.
Exactly.
He dove in.
Harder than any of us.
Didn't he lose his job over that too?
Maybe, but moral of the story is the dude got into this.
Went hard.
Dove in.
Women,
Man,
drinking, all corn dogs,
when we were
the
living
gym,
together,
everything.
When we were living together, we would go out to bars and we'd play foosball.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, I would just fucking spank him. I would just dominate him, and eventually, like, he was kind of watching what I was doing. And then he brought a foosball table home.
Yeah, he went out and bought a foosball table.
That was what he did. He just played the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Until, like we'd play again and he would just fucking defeat me. Like, and I couldn't beat him ever again. Like, he became obsessed with it and got so fucking good at it.
Yeah.
And he just, like, and that's what he did. He would, like, figure things out and just fucking tear them apart because he loved the shit out of whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. I remember when he got that table and it stopped being going to bars and it was more, let's get a 6-pack of Samuel Smiths or something. And we're going to
let's get some good beer.
Get some good beers
and some shitty beer.
And we're gonna play foosball for fucking all night.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much all night. We're going to put some punk rock in the background, just play foosball.
Like, we played that thing until the dudes broke.
Yeah. And then I think one of the legs of the table actually broke from, like, knocking it so many times. Fuck, man. Yeah.
Yeah. We played this shit.
And then we started playing Darts of Death.
Yeah. We made up a game.
What was this game called? Darts of Death?
Well, like, Circle of Death. Like, we played the shit out of Circle of Death. Like, there was, like, it became a thing. Like, if you draw a king, you make up a new rule. And our thing was everyone's name is Matty. And so everyone at the table who was playing, their name was Matty. Hey, Matty, you'll get me a beer. Matty, do this. Matty, do that. And so we just, Matty.
Everyone's name is Matty.
I remember that. Like, I think I was there one of those nights. And I was like, what the fuck kind of rule is this? And it was so funny because you'd catch yourself, like, after a while, like, you'd just get so used to saying, you'd either slip or you'd get so used to saying it that it was just easy.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have to remind yourself to call somebody Matty.
Everyone's name was Matty. And that's a tattoo idea.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of that too.
Of a king card with a banner that says everyone's name is Matty.
Yep.
But where was it? Oh, yeah, Darts of Death.
Yeah.
We had a dartboard, and we took the idea of Circle of Death and just
transposed it to a dartboard.
It to darts. And there were so many fucking rules.
Yeah.
Like, we had this, like, because there's so many, like, so many
doubles.
squares on a dartboard.
Yeah.
Like, it got to a point where it's like every single spot was a different thing.
Yeah, it meant something. So we did the original, like, okay, so if you land on 9, was it?
Rhyme.
9 rhyme.
rhyme.
Yeah, we did all those, but then there's like 15. There's like a bunch of different things. Like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that do?
And there was like, you get to pick the next song we listen to.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, that was fun.
Call an ex-girlfriend.
See, that's what I was saying. Like, we were talking to everybody right after the funeral and we were all hanging out. Like, there's going to be so many fucking tattoos done.
Yeah, but like, I feel like everybody's going to get a fucking beard. And not to, like, that's great. Like, that was his physical thing, but like, I don't. Matty's beard meant nothing to me.
No.
It didn't mean anything to me.
Because you had a deeper connection with the guy, though. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of,
He was
and
more than
not,
a beard.
not to shit on, his buddies, whether they're high-low buddies or oil field buddies or wow buddies or whatever. But
Like,
it's
I knew
like,
Matty before he had a beard.
exactly. And Matty had this glorious beard that probably every dude and most women like loved, but like, he was more than that. And it does do a little injustice just to be like, oh, Matty, beard. If somebody wants to get a tattoo of a beard that says Matty, like, fine, not shitting on it. But yeah, like, I think
Like, to me, I want something more personal.
yeah.
Right. Like that one.
Like, I remember clean shaven Matty, like at Belle Isle.
Yeah.
Like when he'd be up there and he had like the kind of the swoop haircut and he'd have his cameras and Yeah, like that's the Matty I remember. And then even like, you know, during Wild Days, like he had a beard and stuff, but it would come and go.
Yeah.
You know, the beard was kind of later in life, later in his run. But yeah, it's like, I mean, my connection with Matty was WoW. Like we spent more time in Azeroth than we ever did at Hilo. Yeah. You know? So that, you know, when I went that Monday night and, you know, as the drinks were kind of coming and the songs were playing, like the other thing we kind of had in common was like Alkaline Trio. It's like we listened to them a lot together. I'm sure we've seen them together. Yeah, we did at the filled Tulsa, at the filled belly out fist pump. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah,
and we saw Get Up Kids together.
That's right. That's right.
Get Up Kids anniversary show.
Yeah, and so yeah, he, you know, that was a moment for me. But then the Alkaline Trio, like they came on at the Hilo, and that's when like the waterworks started happening, because I was like, you know, I never really related these lyrics to what I had with my friend Matt. But wow, boy, they're really ringing true right now. And yeah, it was. I kind of feel like you guys hit the nail on the head. Like that was like a sanctuary of sorts. But like man, like I don't, nothing against people that go there, people that work there or anything or whatever. But like it's just not. It's not a place I can go and then feel good about myself after I leave.
The way I don't want to sound shitty. I think part of my grief is anger at this point. And I don't want to like shit on other people's grief or anything like that. But if you know someone that's constantly getting fucked up at a bar, if you're friends with someone, take care of that person.
Yeah.
Make sure they get home. Yeah. And when they get home, stay with them. You know, if they're so fucked up, they're passed out in the bushes, keep an eye on them, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And if they're doing that all the time, cut them off. Maybe say, hey, let's go do something else. We don't have to hang out here all the time. Yeah. Let's go to a movie.
Yeah, when I found out about that, I got kind of angry as well.
Yeah.
Of like, again, nothing against anybody from there, but could it have been avoided?
I think that's where my grief is right now.
It could have been avoided. Thing.
Yeah.
It's touchy because, you know, you want to, even right now, us talking to each other, like this is being recorded. We want to be honest. We want to say exactly what's on our minds, but you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings.
No,
you know?
Yeah. Everybody, you know, you deserve to grieve in your own way, in your different ways. But like, I don't know, there's an angry part of me right now.
It's interesting because after all this has happened in the last week, like I said earlier, it makes you want to like reevaluate your own life. Or I'll just speak for myself. It makes me want to reevaluate my own life. But, you know, when it comes to like our circle of friends and the people that we have around and the things we do, it's like, you know, so much of it does center around alcohol or other vices that, you know, it's kind of hard to not drink and be social nowadays.
Yeah.
However, like one thing I've found is like D&D. Like, you know, Jake and I, we play D&D in a group, and then the three of us play in a different group.
Yeah.
That we need to get that one back together. But like that's like one thing that I can do where I'm not like wanting to reach for a beer.
Right.
Like honestly, even podcasting, like I want to drink beer while I'm sitting here talking.
Yeah.
You know, but like if I'm playing D&D or video games too, like I don't want to drink when I'm playing video games because I'm like not good. But yeah, like going to shows, podcasting, going out on a Friday night, you know, having a birthday party, like so many things just revolve around drinking. And I'm not blaming the drink, you know, it's not that. It's if anything, I'm blaming myself, but it's like, dude, like I'm tired. I'm tired of having to feel like I have to drink.
I feel like that's a product of people not knowing how to be social anymore.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know, like if everyone that we know that goes to bars and all that stuff and hangs out, if they were all in a room without alcohol and they were all dead sober, like how would they interact?
Well, we've seen that though, because like we've all been to like a get together and it's like early in the night and maybe people haven't had a few yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quiet. People are kind of in their own little pockets.
Yeah.
But then as the night goes on, the conversation gets louder, and then it turns into a huge circle discussion, and people are laughing and being silly. But that first hour or two is usually a little awkward. It's kind of like high school dance feeling.
I mean, it's a social lubricant, but then you get in that whole like catch-22 thing of with when you add it into the mix, it definitely makes people more talkative.
Yeah.
And it brings people together who probably normally wouldn't hang out or talk together.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, going back to that book, I can't remember the name of the book. That talks about alcohol like it's a pitcher plant, and you don't even know that it's happening, and eventually you're stuck in it. I'm not calling anybody alcoholics. I'm just saying it is what it is. You know, eventually it's rare when you see someone go full in, hanging out, drinking, doing shots, and then just stopping. You know what I mean? Like going, let's do fucking shots. And then at 10 o'clock go, all right, I'm going to have a water. That was enough.
Yeah.
That's exactly, you just explained me though.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, and it's not the drink's fault. You know, that beer or that mixed drink or that shot's not sitting there going, you gotta have me right now. Like, no, it's me. Like, even that Monday when we all met up there, you know, I walked in, I didn't have a beer for the first, 25 minutes I was there, 30 minutes. And then I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna have a beer, you know? And then that beer turned into a few, and then some shots were being bought and this and that. And before I knew it, like, I was a blithering, slobbering, crying mess. And it was the next day I kind of felt embarrassed, not because I was grieving a friend, but that some time had passed and a lot of other people have kind of already been through that. Yeah. But since I removed myself early on, I was like, I was kind of the only one crying. Like,
no, I think,
you know, it was,
I think it's important though. It doesn't matter when, it's a matter of doing it. I mean, I think it's a good thing that you did do that. And I also think on a, I don't want to say pro alcohol side, but on a pro alcohol side, it can allow you to lower your walls of like, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna do this shit.
Right.
Like,
It allows you
do.
to fucking show your emotions a little bit.
Let it go.
And and in no way am I like trying to be like preachy or anything like that, because like I've drank in my life. It's fun. It's fun. I get it. What I'm trying to say is like at this point in my life, it would feel nice to feel like there was an alternative in a social environment. Yeah. I mean, I
feel like I've been at a point for a while where I can have 2 drinks and be done. And I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know how I got to that point or what advice I can give to someone to get to that point. But it's like, I don't know. You just have to not enjoy being drunk. And like, I don't want to be drunk. Like,
being out of control.
Yeah. Like I don't ever want to be drunk again. Like for the rest of my life, I don't ever want to be drunk again. And I felt that way for a few years now. Yeah. To where like, you know, I enjoy drinks. I love the taste. I love the craftsmanship of drinks. But like, I'll have 2 and I'm good.
But let me ask you this, just to kind of quantify a little bit. You don't mind being like a little buzzed.
I don't
taking
mind
the edge
buzzed.
off.
Sure.
But you don't want to be like shitty drunk. Where you're like stumbling in to get one more drink before you like take 3 sips of it and pass out, you know?
No, and even like a little bit before that, like I don't want to be slurry drunk, right? You know? Yeah. I don't want to be.
Yeah, like trying to find your words drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sing along drunk.
Sing along drunk.
Messy sing along drunk.
Right. And there was a lot of that going on at the high low.
But again, that
comes with the territory. Yeah. And again, you know, not trying to like shit on anyone who wants to get fucked up and sing along to a jukebox.
Yeah, I mean, that's everyone. It's your prerogative.
If you're having fun, that's great. I don't want to be a party pooper. Like perfect example. And this is going to come out afterwards, but you know, we talked about this sanctuary and not really wanting to go back. I feel exactly the same because I don't go to the high-low very often. In fact, it was really funny. A friend of ours, Rox, was like, he came up to me and put his arm around me. He's like, holy shit, Robbie Harris and Jake Barrow in the high-low together. I haven't seen that in about 10 years. And I'm like, yeah, because we go there so rarely that we're never seen there together.
Yeah.
And, I laughed it off because it was funny, you know, but like, I'm the same way. Well, this Saturday, I guess they're doing like the high-low
formal.
Christmas formal. And like Erica, she wants to go. Like, because Erica doesn't have these anxieties and weird things, because Erica's the same way. She'll have a couple of beers or a couple of drinks and she's good, but like I like to party a little more, you know. So I have all these anxieties about Saturday, and like I really don't want to go. Like I don't want to go for the Matty reason, for other reasons. Like I just don't want to go. But like I'm at this point right now where it's like man, so I can either go and like be a stick in the mud and like harsh Erica's good time with her friends, or I can stay home and be that husband that doesn't go do things like that with their wife.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a no win. And again, that's where that feeling of kind of being trapped by the drinking, social drinking stigma, that's where that all kind of comes in together. And it's like, I'm going to sit down with Erica and just be like, what do you want me to do? Because like, I'll go and like not drink or like, have the one or two social beers and just really like be hard on myself and do that, because it does take some effort. Or I can just stay home. I trust you. I love you. You can go out with your friends and have all the fun you want. You don't have to worry about me sitting in the corner checking my phone, because I don't want to be that guy. That's almost to me worse than just staying home.
Right.
Because like, well, we can have our fun.
Sure.
It just might be a little different atmosphere, a little different set of events or scenario or whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, because that is coming up. And Diane and I talked about it. After we left that night on Monday, we both said that the same thing. Like I don't think I can come back here for multiple reasons. One being that for the same reason I don't go to like, I'm not really big on going to like grave sites and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'd be going in there, and at any moment I would expect him to walk in, even knowing full well there's no fucking possible way that can happen.
That's how I felt Monday. I kept feeling like I'd look up and like see, because like
he should be here.
Yeah, and like we weren't the kind
all
of
his friends were here.
Exactly. And like we weren't the kind of guys that like
who didn't go pick up Matty, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Or he's out of town. He's working out of town or something. But it's like we weren't the kind of guys that would like always be sitting right next to each other. But like I'd always like see him in my periphery, at the high-low or at a show or Blue Note or whatever. You'd see him, but it's like I kept expecting to see him walk by, or see somebody hugging him. Yeah. And it was tough, man. And I'm sure it was even, tougher for you guys and a lot of other people. And and again, not really not trying to like villainize the high-low. I've had
no, not at all.
I've had hundreds of good times there.
No, I love everyone that works there. I love people that go there. I've got my friends. I mean, they're friends of mine. I just for me personally, I just don't think I can do that again. I mean, we went to the Speakeasy Lab. We went to talking about doing social things that don't involve alcohol. For some fucking reason, we started this text group chat yesterday.
Chex Mix.
And for some reason, we decided let's go watch a dumb fucking movie. So after work, we all met up. We went to the fucking movies. We saw that Office Christmas Party. Totally sober. Didn't drink at all. Had a bottle of Smart Water. It was great. Movie was over. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah. Oh, but doesn't that feel like so refreshing?
Yeah.
Like, man, it's so refreshing.
Well, however, then in the group text, as we're leaving the parking lot, do you guys want to do one drink at the Speakeasy? And I was like, it's late. And Haley was in the back seat, and she was like, let's just go get one. I'm like, all right, fine. We'll go do one. That's it. And I had one.
Did a drink.
Sat down, just had a conversation, and slowly drank a gin and tonic. And then went home. Because that's all you really... And we didn't even have to go do that. It just felt like one of those... I think still like the tail end of a grief, you know what I mean? Like not tail end of the grief, but like it's still fresh on the thing.
Well, people want to be together. And...
Yeah, let's not, it's almost like the, stereotypical kid hears the noise in his room. Dad, come in, and leave the light on when you leave.
Black boy.
Yeah, little scared black boy.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, can you leave the door cracked open? I think we're in the leave the door cracked open phase of
Right.
like, okay, there's not a monster in my closet, but I'm still not ready to shut that door yet.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are going to be dealing with that for a while, and that's part of grief. I mean, some people might never shut the door.
But
I don't know.
for a lot of like Matty's friends that he knew from the high-low, like the high-low might be all they have to
That's
grieve
true.
Yep.
with, whereas we have stupid movies and
Mhm.
dumb inside jokes,
Yeah, that's their biodome. High-low is their biodome.
thousands of pictures,
Mm-hmm.
they have the high-low to remember him by.
Or the Blue Note or
Yeah.
other things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's important, regardless, is that he is remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And, you rarely meet someone, if ever, that really had something real shitty to say about the guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody's got their
Nobody
problems.
disliked him.
No,
No,
I mean,
he
if
didn't have an
anyone
enemy.
said anything shitty about him, it was usually me or Jake. And it was never anything shitty. It was like, God damn it, Matty.
Oh, dude, so many times. Like I would hear a story about him, like doing something funny.
Mhm.
God
Damn it, man.
damn it, Matty. Or when he gets in your car
Oh, boy.
and he'll like slowly look over at you and he'll go, "Sorry."
Yeah.
You go, "What? Oh, God, fuck!" Ah! And it stinks so bad.
Yeah, for
It's-
a long
oh my
time.
God.
You can roll the windows down and it's still there.
Yeah, he would fart in the parking lot.
And it would travel.
And it would follow him
To the car.
into the car.
Yeah.
He went hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went
And if-
hard in his
and if he was-
sweatpants.
If he was driving,
Mhm.
he'd roll up the windows.
Yeah. He'd hotbox his own farts. Dick move.
Oh my God, his farts. He was a fart boy.
A lot of flatulence
Mm-hmm.
for
Oh my God, it
and on an
stinks
empty
so
stomach
bad.
even. I've seen it happen
Stinks so
on a
bad.
totally empty stomach.
Matty bombs.
Matty bombs.
My goodness.
I do, just sitting here on the other side of the table, like, I do think it's really sweet that you guys are like reminiscing about farts. Like, it's
About
kind
Matt-
of, it's
about
kind of
Matty's
adorable.
farts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and fitting. Like, if or when he's hearing this,
Mhm.
he's smiling. Like,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
knows. He was proud of those. he was proud of
he
those
was-
farts.
Oh,
he
very
was
proud.
Damn proud of those farts.
Yeah, there was no shame.
No.
No,
No.
he loved his farts.
He smelt it and dealt it.
Like the way he
Exactly.
was about foosball, he was about his farts.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to know everything he could about those farts. He wanted to get deep in those farts.
Yeah, he wanted to perfect them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he perfected it to the point of to where they'd never made noise.
Yeah,
They were almost always
I've seen him
silent.
fart in a girlfriend of his face. like she was like sitting on the floor
Mm-hmm.
and he like walks past her and farts in her face. And I just thought to myself, like, oh my God.
And still gets laid. And still got laid like crazy.
Probably.
Like-
yeah, that night, yeah.
Explain that. It was that charm. It was that Matty
Oh,
charm.
he was charming.
That's what it
Charming
was.
and handsome, man. I mean, even behind that beard,
Mm-hmm.
handsome man.
Yeah. He was a good looking boy.
He to the point of, man, I saw numerous occasions of girls vowing that they hated Matt Hall, and then sure enough, they'd come back around
Yeah.
because of that damn charm.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy.
He was a charming boy.
Yep.
He was a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a good boy, Matt Hall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll miss him.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's probably a pretty good note to end things on. I definitely wanted to
Sure.
talk about that and
Yes.
just kind of have this like moment to like remember Matty, and have it be emblazoned onto hard drives forever.
Mhm.
Whether it matters or not, it matters to us, and it's nice to talk to you guys about it. And
It was so sad that Alan Thicke couldn't survive Maddie's loss.
I know,
Yeah.
Alan
I
Thicke
know.
died.
He just keeled right over.
Like, who died? Matt Hall? Oh,
And then
gotta go.
Greg Sauer today.
I just saw that.
Mhm.
I had to look up who he was. The guy with the crazy suit.
Yeah, Crazy Suits basketball
Oh,
man.
yeah.
But
Oh,
see, for
really?
him, like
He had cancer. He's had cancer for a while.
And that's the thing
Is
to
that
take
why he
away
wore
from all
such
this.
crazy suits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he's done. Apparently, they showed a picture of him like way back in the day, and he was wearing crazy
Always.
suits.
He always
wearing
had
crazy
this like
suits.
really lavish sense of style. I mean, they were suits because he had to wear a suit, but they were always just like super loud and like some might say tacky.
But like you said, the man had cancer. He knew it was coming. With things like Matty, you have no idea. So let that be known, or let that be a hedons. I don't fucking know.
What's a hedons?
I have no idea.
I love their
Hedons?
Clearwater revival.
Hedons Clearwater revival.
Clear water when you wad the toilet paper around your hand and there's nothing on
clear
it.
water. I'm just saying, love each other, be nice, and
Take care of your friends when they're drunk.
take care
That's
of
right.
your friends when they're fucking drunk, please.
And Jake, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on Boys. It was awesome to sit down
You're
with you
welcome.
again, man. It felt good. And I have so many things on this list that we didn't even touch, but we're about to hit 2 hours here, so probably got to wrap it up. But we got to talk about D&D.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to talk about before we call it a night? Is there something on your mind, or
As far as D&D?
or just anything?
Well, we switched over.
Uh-huh.
We're putting our campaign on pause.
Right.
Those characters are still there. They're still existing.
Okay.
We're going to try out Call of Cthulhu.
And man, I'm fucking stoked for that. We rolled some characters like a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And man, like that's going to be so fun.
Yeah. And it's going to be different. Like DMing D&D versus DMing Call of Cthulhu. It's a totally different monster, pun intended. It's more cerebral. There's going to be more role play involved.
I'm down for that.
Get those silly voices ready.
Yeah. Those silly voices at a certain volume.
Yeah.
So important.
Awesome.
Daniel's going to hear this and know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Shout out to Daniel Gates. But yeah, so it's cool because it's like a totally different rule set.
Yeah.
It's like, D&D, you got your D20 for most things. You got different sided
And it's
dice.
set in a different time period.
Yep.
We're going 1920s.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
I'm so
There's
stoked.
going to be a lot of, see?
I know. Because if it's from the 1920s, you're automatically a New York bank robber.
Yeah.
Or just a gangster.
I don't know anything else.
From the
Like-
1920s, man.
The show wouldn't be complete without an impression or two. But what if you're like, howdy, Pilgrim, I'm from the 1920s. I did not have sex with that woman in the 1920s. Like, no, it has to be this, see, if it's from the 20s, because everyone had something between their teeth.
That's almost like a coal miner from the 1920s.
the prohibition and the not drinking and the...
There you go. Bill Cosby in the 20s. He was probably around then, raping people.
But it's funny, like, doing this because, like, we have to, like, while we were making our characters, like, we came across a point where we're like, well, my character, does he have a flashlight? And we were like, wait a second. Were flashlights around in the 1920s?
Sure.
And, like, I think we're going to, like, come across several things like that where we're like, wait, was that plausible? Could we do that in that time period?
That's what's fun about this.
You can Google it.
Campaign is
Yeah. That's what we
basically.
did.
I've been Googling I've been Googling, but I went down a rabbit hole one night and I Googled like things that happened in the 1920s.
You've been
like
Googling.
I've been Googling. Like 1920s culture, 1920s current events, but trends, music, like technology.
Well, you've gone to a whodunit party, right? A 1920s whodunit party?
Yours.
Just one.
Oh yeah, mine. Was it 20s based?
I think
It's more like 50s, wasn't
no,
it?
because my
we looked
character
very
was,
good.
was supposed to be like a Dean Martin character.
Yes,
I
it
think
was 50s.
Yeah.
50s.
I believe it was. That was a fun night.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of like D&D.
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah.
No. Well,
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up. Next time you come on, we'll give a big update about our Cthulhu and
Yeah.
D&D and all that good stuff. And yeah, I had a few other things here that we can get to next time. But again, man, thanks for coming on. It's
You're welcome.
been
Thank
a
you, Jake.
pleasure.
No problem.
And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Happy birthday.
bye.